live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 331 to be exact. And if you're new here, enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. We've got a whole bunch of that stuff going on around here. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out with us here in the live chat like you're going to do today. Helps us share conversations and laughs like this with more people. So do consider doing that. Now, before I can introduce you guys to my guest this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about vacations. It's cooling off here in the Midwest, all right? It's cooling off. There's no better time to get away, to have a little cute getaway at a cabin somewhere up north specifically, especially if you live in southern Wisconsin. And there's no better place to do it than with today's video sponsor, Alpine House 2. Alpine House 2 is a classic Swiss chalet duplex A-frame log cabin with a log cabin interior, located directly across the street from the Ski Brule Ski Resort in Iron River, Michigan, which I just learned how to say last week, and we've been doing this ad for a year. Stacy Oatman actually corrected me on that, so shout out to her. Surrounded by forests, lakes, rivers, and more specifically Iron River up in the UP, makes Alpine House 2 the destination for fishing, hunting, hiking, snowmobiling, etc. They've been pretty consistently booked up over on Vrbo and Airbnb, but if you reach out to them over on their Instagram, which is at Alpine House 2, and you tell them that Darren, Rita, Detox sent you, they will set you guys up with a vacation. They've recently done a bunch of renovations as well, so they've been they're always adding stuff, tinkering, adding little games and other amenities for you, so you can reach out to them and ask questions about that as well. The handle there is at ALPINEHAUS2 on Instagram. It's also linked down below. One last time, that's at Alpine House 2 on Instagram. Hit them up, tell them D-Rita Detox sent you, and they'll set you guys up with a vacation. Now, I mentioned this is the 331st episode of the show, and we're doing it every week for a long time. It's still not super successful, but if it were to be, it would be because of these guys that I have in my back pocket. It probably would have been faster to get here if I had these guys from the get-go. And that would be Impulse Cameras over in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Impulse is located over in Oak Creek, Wisconsin's Drexel Square. They have everything you could possibly need for your creative projects, whether it's cameras, lights, gimbals, or even just a space to create your own content. They have all of that. But they don't just have great gear. They've also got extremely hardworking and talented staff that will help you get the best gear that's suited for your needs at prices that actually fit your budget. They've also, if you're not convinced on that, they also offer super legit rental programs that allow you to get your hands on some amazing gear before you buy. And they've got monthly memberships, so you can get access to an exclusive Discord as well as extra discounts on gear. So check out at impulse.mke on Instagram or impulsecameras.com to see everything that they've got going on. You can also, we've got it linked down below. You can click the link there as well. But that's at impulse.mke on Instagram or impulsecameras.com. Tell them D-Rita Detox sent you, and they will set you guys up. Now, with all the church announcements out of the way, I'm excited to be welcoming my guest this week and introducing you guys to him. I've known him for a while, I would say. We got to give a wet Detox welcome to the former owner of Big Al's Pizza, as many of my viewers will know you as, and my father, Michael Rita, is here in the building. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here. I did want to quickly ask you about, because this past weekend we had the Bears game, why did I have to be born into being a Bears fan? Because it is a curse. It is a curse.
It's a blessing and a curse. So when they win every 40 years,
yeah,
it makes it that much more amazing.
Are we coming around on that? It's got to be. We're coming around on that 40-year mark.
For sure.
Yeah.
86. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe this is it. This could be it. Caleb's the guy. No, I don't think so either. We should not be in a shootout with the Bengals. That's a bad look.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's a bad look. But no, welcome to the pod. It's crazy today. You know, I'm trying to be better at booking the show and be more proactive at it. And in doing so, when I was looking at the dates, I was like, I realized we've been talking about doing an episode for a while. And I realized that one of them was going to fall on my birthday. And I'm like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have like a random musician or a random comedian on. No disrespect to any of them, because then like people are going to comment something about like it's going to be about my birthday in some capacity. It's my show that I've been doing for 6 years and whatever. So I figured it would be much better to have my dad on. But when I'm 27 today, when you were 27,
right? When I was 27,
what were you doing? Because you probably weren't podcasting in a room full of Legos.
No, I think I was working 3 jobs, and we just said your younger brother was brought into the world. Your youngest brother.
Yeah.
So I'm still recovering. I was getting like a epileptic seizure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the lights in the bathroom.
The one light?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
I'm
there.
figuring,
See, that's a dad thing right there.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. All right.
Yeah.
So 27. So how old were you when I was born?
22.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
I would be, because I'm still in my 40s. We don't need to say what, but
All
I'm
right.
still in my 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you'd have been 28, that wouldn't be the case. So
All right.
probably
So people can do the math on that.
22, yeah.
Yeah, 22. Wow, that's
22.
Were you like nervous at all? Were you scared at all?
Yeah, I was too ignorant.
No, you just
Yeah.
yeah, you just were like, oh, I got this shit.
It was
Yeah.
just the way we did it. Right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
My mom was 17, and
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your mom was 18.
Yeah.
It was old
Yeah.
school, right? You have your family when you're young, so you can go play basketball with them when you're.
Yeah,
my
so we
age.
can play on Sundays still. Yeah, it does. It just blows my mind. I just think about like some of the stupid stuff that I do currently, and I'm not saying I'm sure you guys got in and had fun as well in your 20s, but I'm like I'm doing a lot of dumb shit. I couldn't imagine if there was a me running around. When I was 22, I was living in somebody's basement and finishing up college. That was all online. I was cheating my way through college, and I can't imagine if there was one like a child running around. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, it was just when I think back on it, it's just ignorance is the way. It's just like, okay, we had one, and this isn't shocking to you, but it was not planned, right?
Yeah.
So when you came out and you had the dimple in the chin and everything, we were like, whoa, you know.
You didn't know if I was yours.
Well, I don't want to say that. I just say
Okay,
I like
sure,
there was no
sure.
denying it. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
you're
okay,
like,
you're
wow,
in.
this is for
You're
real.
in, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
This is
yours.
my kid.
You know, it's purple. Got the dimple, and yeah, it was amazing. I mean, it was a beautiful thing, and then I think the original plan was to have 9.
9 kids.
Yeah, I think your mom wanted a baseball team.
I'm sure she did.
You know, she really got on the Cubs bandwagon with me at the time because we needed a new crop because Cubs were brutal.
Yeah.
And then when I got to be your age, what you are today,
Yeah.
and we had Logan, and the 3 jobs in college for your mom, and she was working the grocery store while she was pregnant, and
You
it was
guys
like, wow, these are expensive.
Yeah, you guys were grinding.
Yeah.
9 would be even more expensive.
Yeah.
But you'd probably qualify for tax breaks at that point. Probably more tax breaks.
You would.
Yeah, but I don't know that it would be worth it. And I don't know where they would have fit in that house.
No.
That would have been tough.
We made it happen.
Yeah.
Basement.
That's crazy. I mean, I know you've had a lot of different jobs.
Yes.
How many jobs do you think you've worked in your life in total?
Wow.
And pull that mic, point that mic at your mouth a little bit too. When
Wow. A lot more. Probably about the same as you've been alive.
Yeah.
At least.
You think
yeah.
27 different jobs, maybe
Sure.
almost 30?
Yeah. I started working when I was 12.
What was your first job?
Grocery store, Piggly Wiggly it is now in Lake Geneva. You had to be 14 to get to work, or 13 to work, I think then.
Yeah.
So my dad lied and told him I was 14.
That's cool that stuff worked back then, though.
Yeah.
Now they would check.
Now
you
they
know?
check the school. Now you have to have the school do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that kind of sucks. That takes the fun
ride
out
my
of it.
10 speed on the Highway 12
Yeah.
to get there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why did he want you to work so bad? You guys needed the money?
They're expensive.
Yeah.
Kids are expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that as a 12-year-old?
I got in trouble a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. For brushing my hair a lot. I was into fashion even then.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was really into hip hop. So like right next door, out here there was where you actually had to buy like tapes.
Yeah.
So there was like maybe 9. I think it was 9 different hip hop artists that actually existed out here.
Sure. Yeah, that they would. Yeah.
So
that they
I worked
carried.
there so I could buy each and every cassette that was there. So
Yeah.
and then a couple like En Vogue was another one. They were just starting out, but they weren't hip hop. They were soul. But
Yeah. Okay, so you were grinding at the grocery store so you could save a little money
music,
for that,
yep.
for some music. Yeah.
Yep. NWA, straight out of Compton.
We got the music linked down below too. Check it. My dad's music is all linked down below, mine as well. So feel free to check any of that out as we're talking. What do we got here? Some people in the chat saying happy birthday. We got having a kid at 27 still feels like teen pregnancy to me. Your dad looks a little bit like Hugh Jackman, dude. You've gotten that before.
I have.
You've
But
gotten that.
I've been called worse, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
I don't have his money. That's what I usually say.
Yeah,
But
that would be nice.
I get that a lot.
So I mean, what's like? I have a bunch of notes. We're gonna
Sure.
jump around a little bit because there's so much I would like to get to today. I mean, having the kids young thing blows my mind in general, But having as many jobs as you've had as well, do you have like a worse job that sticks out? I mean, I imagine working as a 12-year-old is not fun, but is there anything that was worse?
I always worked hard. I think probably the worst job, not the McDonald's job.
Well, we'll get to McDonald's
Yeah.
too. I'm excited to talk about that.
I worked in hell once. It was like what do they call those? Foundry.
Really? Yeah. We had
Yeah,
someone else
it
on here
was-
say that was the worst job.
Yeah,
they've
it
ever
was
worked.
third shift, and after a couple weeks, they're like, you're really bright, and we'd like you to run these machines that go down this train track and these furnaces. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't have to carry all this heavy shit all the time.
Yeah.
And so I started on it, but what they didn't tell me is that they blow up.
Oh, like they
so,
explode.
like they blow the glass out of the walls and stuff like that, and everything's on fire. When you walk in, it's completely dark. All you see is just flame. So maybe that's why the fire department never scared me running into a building.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say that was the worst, and it was third shift, so
Yeah.
you
that's
guys were
tough.
real small, and I just remember I'd be drinking beer, and you guys would be getting on the bus because I would be getting off work or dressed in Barbies in my sleep and
Yeah,
Rihanna, and so it was probably a bad look for the neighbors that you're,
Yeah.
all right, kids, but I had worked, so that was probably the worst job.
Wow. Yeah. That I can't imagine that. I've never been in like the factory environment at all or anything close to that, and I'm very grateful for that
Yeah.
because it's.
Yeah, I didn't go to high school, so you know what I mean. So I had to go back and do all that.
Why
later.
did you not go to high school?
I was a foster kid,
Yeah.
and so when you're in the foster care system, some parents, not all, there's really good foster parents, and the ones I ended up with eventually were really, really good.
Mhm.
But still, you had to hustle to get your stuff. So if you wanted new clothes or music, or you
Yeah.
had to.
You had to go
you
get
gotta
that.
go get it. So am I gonna go sit in high school, and be like, okay, well, I don't have any food and I don't have anything to wear. I got the same jeans and whatever shoes I was able to steal, or
Yeah.
So it just wasn't a priority at the time. I mean, I was smart enough.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
So you had to
So
survive.
smart.
So the state gives money to the foster parents to provide.
To
and
do those things, and if they don't do
if
that,
they don't, then what are you gonna do?
yeah.
So
And if they were able to just lie about you being, 14 back then they probably could lie about where they were spending that money on too. So
yeah.
the foster
Yeah.
parents and whatnot.
Bounce
What do
around.
you think? So like, since you didn't go to like any high school, or did you go to
I
like
did.
some classes
Yeah.
or so every once in a
Yeah,
while?
I went freshman. I went freshman, sophomore, and junior year, but just for a very short time each year,
time,
because I was
yeah.
kind of like, well, you know me.
Yeah.
So if shit's bullshit, I'm gonna
You just bouncing. Yeah.
right.
Do you think we would have gotten along in high school?
Oh yeah, I was an athlete. I was.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you were skipping. I feel like we wouldn't
I
have
mean,
crossed
I
paths.
was good enough to kick their ass. I mean,
Alright.
and play with them, hang with them, and
Yeah.
work out with them, and I never had trouble. They're trying to sound egotistical. It's just facts. I never had problems with women. You know what I mean? I had problems with them, but I never
Sure.
had a problem with them being attracted to me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
it's
get
like
it.
we were always at the same parties.
Oh, so
Um,
you were still around the people your age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you still
That's
socialize.
how you made your. You
Yeah.
got your money, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be around the people.
That's good. I mean, that does make sense because I think I've talked with some like homeschooled kids and whatnot, and shout out to our homeschool community. You guys are great. But there is a different when you're not like when you don't spend time with people your age. I do think something sometimes happens.
I had a really strong social life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds that way.
Yeah.
You told me you were on a farm for some time of your childhood,
Right.
pubescent
Mhm.
era,
A horse farm. Yep.
a horse farm. What goes on? What were you doing on the horse farm?
We had 80 acres that we had specifically for like the horses, which we bordered anywhere from 20 to 40 at a time.
How did you end up on this horse farm? Is that like your foster parents or?
All right. Well, I guess who's gonna see this that knows me, but so I was in the foster care system already at the time. I was at a friend's house staying with him because the foster parent situation was not favorable to me.
Yeah.
And somebody's ex-boyfriend heard about where I was at, so they called the cops, and cops came, arrested me, picked me up. The girl that lived at that home came and picked me up from there, brought me back to the farm. Well, then the cops got called again because they found out I was there. The cops showed up, and they fucked me up pretty bad. in front of the parents.
Why couldn't you be there? Because you were not with your foster parents?
Yeah, because you're on the run. You're a runaway.
Oh.
So
Gotcha. And they beat you up?
the cops roughed me up bad. It was a box that threw me downstairs. My foster dad, Jake, who rest in peace now, he wasn't having it, and neither was the lady Roseanne, who's my foster mom.
Yeah.
She, they went down there and caused a scene, and she went to school to become my foster mom. So they gave me they let me stay there until she was actually credentialed, and then she became my foster mother.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
My last foster home. And then I met your mom, and then we made you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I just don't. I mean, fuck 12, dude. That's crazy. What are you beating up a kid for? For running away? Even if you were running away, you know what I mean?
It was a different game. So like I worked with a ton of cops, and it's not the majority by any means, but it was a different game back then. The sheriffs were the county brownies, right? There was no cameras. There was no, I mean, if you got lippy with a cop, it was on. And I wasn't like that. I'm never. We start here always. It's up to how you treat me where we go. And they got a little rough with me, and I pushed back, and I was, maybe 145 pounds probably.
Yeah. Yeah, still though, that's ridiculous. So you're okay. So you're in the foster care system. Then you're there to become your new foster parents.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have other kids there too? Or?
They eventually, because she did get licensed.
She got the license.
She did. Yeah, she fostered a few other
wow.
People, and then by just kind of migration and with music and my band, like they kind of became my foster brothers.
Yeah.
So
what was that like? So you had a band during this time.
Yep.
How many? You don't have to give me names, but how many people you have in this band?
Let's see, between 5 and 6, let's say.
And people don't know this. You play guitar.
Correct.
And you taught yourself how to play guitar.
Yeah, I mean, I learned the A minor chord for on the guitar, and I'll back that up. So I was in the band, and I was a singer, and I'm not good. And but my vision was more like rock rap before it was cool, right? And so I got great rhythm, and I could do these things, and I put together a band with a couple really close friends, kind of your uncle-ish, maybe, Nick, like a drummer. Like him and I we lived together, had a drummer who was phenomenal, and he saw that I had rhythm. And so we brought all these pieces together, and the two guitarists were both phenomenal, but they couldn't write. Like you couldn't get anything out of them to write. You could tell them, hey, play this song from Metallica, and they would learn it, right? They'd learn it right there. They'd listen to it and play it, but they couldn't write. And so I said, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to learn to play. And so I got an electric guitar from my grandmother, maybe my biological mom, for Christmas one year when I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
And I just wrote a song like the first night, and it's the riff.
Oh, the riff that we were working on?
Yeah. It's just the G and to the A to the, it's
yeah.
That's simple. And so I just started writing all the music for us, and it was awesome. But,
that's badass. I mean, people were asking me, I posted that you were going to be on the show today, and I said people could ask questions, and we did have somebody ask if you're going to be on a track soon. And so, spoiler alert, we're going to do some things. Yeah.
We
got some stuff in the works.
The Spotify thing, when I was making like my second comeback in life, I was like, I have all these songs, and I want to at least have some format where you guys would be able to hear them. And so I think you just had done like Pizza Boy or something, right?
Yeah. Shout out Pizza
Now it's like,
Boy,
how you do that? Like, I want to have a digital record of this. So I just started putting out like basically just riffs of songs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just recording on my phone, and I put it on Spotify so there'd be a library. And then it went from, I looked like a year later at it or something. I'm like, 17 listeners. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
Without having to do anything. So I'm like, 17 people. And then I got the app, and I was like, there's somebody in Thailand that's listened to this. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
It is wild to think about.
So then I was like, what, 17 people are listening to it. That's cool. If one out of every, 3 million people vibe off something that I put out there that gave them peace.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, so then I just kept putting all the little riffs out there, and
yeah.
So.
You put out music pretty regularly, I will say.
Yeah,
I mean, you
it's
have-
just clips of songs, but yeah, it's just like riffs for mostly like Bach to Tupac is what I say. You know, that's like my influences.
Yeah,
heavy.
Bach to Tupac.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a wide range.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, my foster dad used to make fun of me and say, "Hey, Beethoven," because I had a keyboard and I would play just like chords and melodies, and then I could hear the whole symphony, and yeah,
Yeah.
it was just. So then, but I grew up. I mean, Tupac was
Yeah.
probably Tupac, Scarface, probably my two number ones growing up.
Yeah, that's wild. So then, so you're making music through this time where you're kind of in and out of school, in and out of the foster care system.
That was life music.
What's something like for somebody that maybe has no idea what the foster care system is like, or what it was like in your experience? If you just had to give them like one thing that maybe you think either people get wrong or that you just would like people to know about it, like this is what it's actually like.
Yeah.
How would you describe it?
I would say to anyone that if you're in that system, just be the best person, be the best version of yourself, and try to do that every day and grind right now and focus on getting at least a minimum education. Just do what's right and work your ass off hard and save up money. Control your destiny. Don't let the system control your destiny. Don't let foster parents who control the money control your destiny.
Yeah.
You start grinding now so it doesn't take you to wake up 20 years later, 25 years later or something, and you have an addiction problem, or you've got a record now, and now you're going to go try to do it.
Yeah.
You know, there is really good people in the foster care system, and there's good people in the system that can help you. Unfortunately, they get underpaid.
Yeah.
You know, vastly underpaid.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
Right?
they're all.
They're making, you know, you can make what they make, and it's sad for what I make, what I do, and compared to what a foster family gets for revenue for one child, it's not fair. The odds are against you. So just focus on being the best version of yourself, be a great person, and work hard and relentless, because you got to work twice as hard as a kid who's got the good family, right?
Yeah.
Instead of feeling bad for yourself or going out and partying like I did, right? You go party, you numb the pain.
Control
Go
what you
kick
can
ass
control.
now.
Yeah.
Kick ass right now.
Yeah.
That's what I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me. I feel like you said, the odds are kind of stacked against you. So why give them more cards? You know, like do what you can do to take care of your own stuff. Okay, so we're gonna play this game for a bit long. I want to we'll kind of get some stuff in sequence, and then I have some sort of random fun stuff that we'll get to. But this is interesting. So you're done around the age of 18. I mean, you're not going to school anymore then around the age of 18. And then what, because I'm born at you're 22. When then, because for a lot of people that know you know that you owned a pizza place in the town that we lived in for a long time.
Yeah.
Prior to that, what's that period? Because when did you get what age did you get the pizza place?
30.
Yeah. So there's like a chunk of 8 years there.
Well, I
where
worked for the pizza place.
Yeah.
I worked at the hardware store, and I worked at the Grand Geneva. So when I worked at so the gap in between there was okay, I had some things to clean up with my record before your mom and I could move forward in our lives. So after we cleaned that up, your grandparents helped us with our home. And so we could have had this big wedding, all this other stuff, and we got a house instead, the down payment for a home. So basically we were two just kids that really had a really good time and got into a little trouble, right? Yeah. So we were trying to kind of settle into, we need to be good parents, but we're still kids ourselves trying to learn all this stuff. Yeah. So that would call that period right there. It was beautiful. It was fun, and it was great to learn in the holidays and all that.
Yeah.
But then the realization came, well, am I going to be delivering pizzas and fixing people's lawnmowers, and are you going to keep getting pregnant and go beg or check out groceries at the grocery store? Is that the plan? So I looked around at the pizza place, and I'm like, I've been blessed with a strong mind, and I was like, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. This is like selling a pizza is like selling drugs, like selling weed, right? I mean, I grew up on a foster home. That's what we did. We harvested weed when it was illegal right there.
Sure, yeah.
So I knew about the business side of things from that. Because you had to know how much your supply was, you had to know how much to plant, you had a lot of
pizza's
factors.
Probably a little easier to sell.
but the profit margin's pretty close.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much it cost me? We did the 12-inch cheese pizza free. I did that.
Yeah.
Because it cost me like 70 cents for that pizza to make, right? So I just added $2 to the price of the large pizza, gave everybody a 12-inch cheese free.
Yeah.
And it was like brilliant. So
yeah.
So anyways, that period was like learning life, and then I was like, we got to do something. And I wasn't getting my college degree. I was in college too at the time.
Oh, okay.
At this point, president of Parkside's Philosophical Society, which always blows people's mind.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
There you go.
But your mom was smarter than me and was like, "You finish. I'm gonna keep grinding." She ended up getting 2 degrees in less than 4 years.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and she was in the PTO. I mean, and we were,
she was raising 3 children. Also, you guys.
And me.
I mean, yeah, and yeah, like you said, she was a PTO president for a bit too. Yeah, you guys were fucking grinding, dude. That's insane. The amount of energy. I mean, you guys were probably.
We didn't know that's how we were built. You're built.
Yeah.
That's why you got the drive from her and I. And then she just, we talked about it, and I told the owner, I said, "Hey, if you want to sell this place, I will be interested. I'd like to talk about it." And he, wanted to, and then kind of was like stringing me along for a while. And I was like, "It's okay. I still make good money delivering pizzas. You do."
Yeah.
We were still able to pay our bills, and then the time came where it was like, okay, well, something's got to happen. Either I'm going to go finish my college degree and I'm going to go be a social worker, or I'm going to be a business owner.
Yeah.
And it was quite the adventure
to
get it. And but I didn't just want to buy the pizza place.
Yeah.
I wanted all the property.
Yeah.
I had to be in charge. I wasn't going to have a landlord.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
So it was
that'd be more hoops to jump through, I imagine, too.
I had to fight FEMA. They said it was
Why
in
are
a
you
flood
fighting
zone.
FEMA?
They
Because
said
of the way the lot
they said it
laid?
was in a floodplain when we were going to purchase it. So there's a creek that ran back there. So I had to go to the library, dig up all the paperwork. That area had flooded in like 1894.
Wow.
According to the records. And but anyways, we were able to win that. We were able to not only buy the business, but buy the property, all 3. And this is from a foster kid with no high school education, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, and God bless your grandfather. He wanted to help, and it was something that I just like. I can do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is an impressive swing there. Coming from foster kid with no high school diploma.
So before you get to 30, right, start grinding now if you're a foster kid or any kid.
Anybody, just start grinding.
Just grinding now. I could have done that shit when I was 22.
When you were, to back up slightly, when you were delivering pizzas, what was some highlights delivering pizzas? Because I've given plenty of delivery stories on this podcast. I'm sure you have to have some good ones. Some crazy ones.
I honestly haven't thought about that. Comes to mind is I'd always get, because I always, for some reason, being a male and being clean and cut and things like that was surprising to a lot of people when I first came to this area.
In Twin Lakes too. The bar is low. The bar is low.
Just saying. So I'd go from one job, I'd come home, I'd work out, just so I had the natural rush for the next job. So I'd always get like, when do pizza delivery guys look like this?
People say that to you.
Or I had one customer who ordered weekly, and the husband ended up calling because he's like, it's always the same guy that's here.
He was mad.
He thought his wife was calling, or thought something was going on.
Yeah, he thought this was a porno.
Right.
It sounds like a porno.
And my boss at the time, she was like, he works 5 days a week here, and it's the weekend, so he always works. He's our first driver on Friday nights.
Yeah.
But as far as like seeing weird shit, I had Soa. I don't know if you were in the game when the guy ordered the small 12-inch cheese and sausage every day.
Every day?
Every day. And I delivered it to him every day during the weekdays. Weekends, I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
And he didn't order for like 3 days in a row after like 2 years. And I'm like, shit. So I drive by his house to see if there's lights on. There's no lights. And so then I called the police department and said, I just need to do a wellness check on this guy.
Yeah.
And he had passed.
He had fucking died.
And the cops are like, why are there thousands of Big L's pizza boxes all over the house.
You
And I'm
killed
like,
him. You might have killed him, dude. You might have
well.
ended this man's life.
Right. I fed him for a couple of years. for
Yeah,
sure,
I mean the
you know.
lack of water and increased sodium might have killed him.
or
but
the Jack Daniels.
yeah, that
probably
too.
that.
God, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, there were some characters, dude. I remember. It is the weird thing about delivering pizzas in a small town. I'm sure it's like this in any town if you do it for long enough. But in a small town specifically, was like if I drive through that town, like I've been in most of those houses. Like I've been inside most of those houses, and I'm sure you delivered much longer than I did, and then owned the place and still had to deliver from time to time and cater and all these other things. So it's just kind of weird. Like you step into people's weird worlds sometimes, and people will invite you in, and it's like,
You got to go.
and then I remember I'm not gonna say his last name because I don't want to dox him like that, but the guy on the lake who was old as shit, who would order and you'd be at his house for 40 minutes because he just couldn't get to the door, and then he would get to the door and he would invite you in, and then he would start writing the check, and it would take him so long. You know what I'm talking?
Two beefs.
Yeah, two beefs with extra salt or no salt or whatever. I think he would say no salt. Yeah, man, it was so bad. Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff. And people
I got one bad one since we're on a podcast. So I'm so used to things being edited.
Yeah.
So this I'll be as clean as possible with this.
That's
one.
fine. You don't have to be clean.
So you remember Twin Lakes Video? You remember when the video store that we had in town? You remember that?
Yeah.
Like the little hut house thing.
Yeah, good times.
So we were it was just you and Yana was still in a car seat. And we were getting something. You guys pick out some Disney stuff, probably The Lion King or something again, right? Because you wore out the original one. And the guy ahead of me ordered all the time, and I recognized him. But that's when they used to have like the secret room.
Yeah.
The porn room.
Yeah.
And he had nothing but anal sex videos stacked up on the counter.
Renting
right?
them out.
Renting them out.
Yeah.
And back then it was like, wow, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, whatever. But
Yeah.
they're like, wow. And then I had to deliver him pizza the next night.
Oh.
And take a check from him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was not good.
He's probably not washing his hands.
I don't know.
You
And
don't-
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that one sticks. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. In a small town, you know too much shit about
Right.
everybody too. Yeah,
You know?
like, oh man.
And
yeah.
he saw that I saw, right? He saw that I saw what he was getting, and it was that whole like weird.
Yeah, I think that's probably better for society. They had to
Probably
do
is.
it that way.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with smoking, right? Like smoking versus vaping. Like I kind of shit on vaping jokingly, where it's like at least smoking,
Vaping's good for you.
it's not good for you. You can
I'm
say
walking
it.
testament. I run.
I'm sure
I
it's
used to smoke.
I'm sure it's better, but I'm saying the
gotta
thing
help
I
you
respect about you can respect smoking. It's like you got to own that. You got to go outside. You got to smell like shit. You got to fucking own it. And that guy, he had to own that he wanted to watch 30 different videos of anal sex. He had to buy that in front of you and your
tip
kids.
Tip me better.
And then
yeah.
tip you, the next day. That's, I mean, like, there's like enough shame there where it maybe thwarts some people from even doing it. Where now it's so easy. I could just vape inside.
You could
I could
vape
just
and
watch
turn
my
on anal
porn.
porn right
Yeah,
now.
I could just pull it up on my phone. That's amazing.
Accountability.
When you owned your own business, then what was the worst part of owning your own business?
You're never off. I mean, what I've done with my career since owning the restaurant is I'm never really off either, but it's different when you have other people that can support. So you're never off. You know, those coolers and freezers that's got thousands of dollars of inventory in it. I mean,
Stops working. Who else is gonna fix it?
how you sleeping, right? I mean, like, you're like, okay, shit, I'm gonna go there at 5 a.m, right? Make sure they're good. Because when you have one go out in the middle of July, and you're trying to figure out where to put, 700 pounds of cheese,
Yeah.
right? So I would say that the constant, like, having to just be on top of every single aspect and know it helped me develop for sure. I would say that would be that you have to just always be watching everything. You're responsible for everything. Stuff that's out of your control that you're just waiting that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah. What about the best thing?
Being in a position to help people, like, that's why I'm great at customer service, because I really like to be in a position to help. So as an owner, we could donate to who we wanted to donate to.
Yeah.
We made the call on it. We didn't. So being your own boss is, people always say that, but what does that mean?
Yeah.
So being able to, do the all-you-can-eat pizza night for $6, right, for all the veterans and their families and stuff like that. That was, that was probably one of my highlights.
Yeah.
Being involved in that stuff, or being able to sell the pizzas to the high schools for $10, and split that with the organizations, or those kind of things. When I reflect back on it, it was, it's cool to be your own boss. You call the shots. So if you fuck up, it's on you, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, giving kids their first jobs.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And then having them work for somebody like myself and your mom that actually are like grounded and really care about them, like as people.
Yeah.
Not just as somebody that's, making us $1, putting people before the profits. And probably to a fault sometimes, right?
Yeah.
In experience. So, yeah.
What was because I'm sure you had, well, I know you had plenty of good employees because I've met and loved a lot of them. What, have you had any duds?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. You don't have to name any names, but what's a good dud
Not too
story?
many. I'm good. Even like what I do, I'm pretty good at, I just try to hire good people.
Yeah. But every once in a while you get somebody and
you give somebody a shot, you give them a shot, and
they suck. Yeah. What's the dumbest? What's some dumb shit you've seen somebody do? Even if maybe they were good.
I don't know. She's. I think you guys are still friends. I think she's on my socials. I won't say her name, but if she happens to be watching, she'll know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So we sliced all our vegetables by hand. We had all fresh vegetables all the time.
Yeah.
So she would. It was like her first week or something, and I had come from my shift to the fire department straight there, and in the garbage can was just like all these tomatoes, and there was like half of tomatoes in there, and I'm like, what the hell? Were they bad or something? I'll get them.
Yeah.
No. She had cut off the tops and the bottoms and threw away the middle.
She just kept the tops and the bottoms.
I'm like, what the is this? Right? Because you had the BLT pizza. And,
yeah.
But she probably was my favorite employee too. So if
Yeah.
she is watching.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah, that is hilarious. I mean, I do think that's got to be one of the interesting things. Even me, like, still working in like restaurants, like sometimes when people, it's their first like service industry job, like, and there's like sweeping. I'm like, and you have to like teach somebody how to sweep.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of hilarious, like life thing where
How
you're
did
like,
they sweep at home?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Have
you never swept? Yeah. Or like dishes or other things like that. It's just kind of it's silly shit like
Who
that.
Who does those dishes in their home?
In their home?
Yeah. Who do you think? Is it the mom all the time, or?
Oh, some people. I had a friend who, for the longest time, like there would be instances where we couldn't hang out or we couldn't do something because one of his chores was to do the dishes. And I know, like, because I hated doing the dishes at our house. I'm like, oh, I get it, man. That's tough. You got to do the dishes. I'd be like, yo, can we hang out, so-and-so? And he'd be like, I got to do the dishes, man. Like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it. Dishes are hard. Because, how it work at our house is sometimes the dishes would pile up, and then whoever's turn it was to do the dishes. That was like a 45-minute excursion, especially I was probably using too much water, soaking shit, whatever. But then I went over to this guy's house eventually. And one time I was at his house, and we were trying to leave somewhere. And his mom was like, hey, you got to do the dishes before you leave. And I'm like, fuck, we're going to be here forever. And we go upstairs. And I realized he got a dishwasher this whole time. If I do the dishes, it was empty or load the dishwasher. That's all it was.
We never had one of those.
No, we didn't.
No.
And so, I mean, I have one now, and it's amazing. I will never not have one.
I still don't use mine.
I will never not have one. So maybe they have a dishwasher, or maybe their mom does it too. I know people that their mom basically wiped their ass. So that's probably it. And yeah, there's a lot of people too that just get like a part-time job because their parents are like, hey, if you want fun money, that's what that's for. They'll cover everything else. They'll pay for school. They'll pay for everything else for them, their car or whatever. But they're like, if you want to go do something, you got to have that.
We were blessed with good kids working for us. So
yeah.
We really were. I had to protect them, so I didn't hire, I screened everybody,
Yeah. What, did you ever read any of the reviews?
For Big Al's?
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you seen
anything
some?
I do?
Because we were going to react to some of them today. If you want to read some of the old reviews, I thought that'd be kind of
probably called the people because I'd be like, hey, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I know. You know what? I'm there. I work.
Yeah.
Right? I see. So,
yeah. I mean, you're there every day, so
right.
they talk some shit. It's like, I was involved in some capacity.
Right.
So
we always do right by a customer, no matter what. So
yeah.
if we failed, we admit that we fail. Right. And I'm not going to live with that. So it's like, no, we screwed up, or we slid your pizza, or we made it wrong because you wanted it pie cut. Sorry. And We cut it squares, and now you're pouting because you gotta eat squares on your pizza instead of triangles, bro. I'm so sorry.
They want the whole thing free. Yeah, they ate it already.
Ruined.
No, my worst one when we were at. It was the dark time, the twilight years of Big Al's when we had moved locations
to the Roadhouse,
right? And there was some drunk fuck who ordered a Italian beef sandwich, and my buddy Tim makes him the sandwich, how he always does. Dude eats. He takes it, goes back to the bar, and he eats it. It's like 3/4 of the way, halfway, or something like that. Gone. It's been an hour, and you had just left. Like you were there and like stopped in, and you had just left. And then he comes back up to us, and he's like, "Yo, this is cold."
Did you microwave the food?
And I'm like, no. He's like, this is cold. I don't want this. He like wanted his money back, and we're like, I did love that you were the boss, like you were the owner, because I would just sometimes just be like, "Fuck no." I would just be like, and they'd be like, "Well, I know Mike." I'd be like, "I know him too. I know him pretty well." And so maybe I got some bad reviews too. Do you want to pull this up? Let's look up Big Al's Twin Lakes reviews here. I think this will be fun for people to see. I've hinted that I've wanted to do this for a long time, but I've never done it. I've like glanced at a couple of them, but I thought it'd be fun to get your reaction to it. We can read them together. Big Al's Pizza, Twin Lakes, Wisconsin, Yelp, yeah. Which, by the way, I mean, Yelp and like stuff like that was probably better back when you owned the place, because now it's like
nobody does good on Yelp.
Nobody does
unless you got like 3 posting and they're all by you.
Yeah, but yep. people will be savage.
Who put
on
something on Yelp? It just sounds like someone you wouldn't want to hang out with.
Yeah.
That goes, I'm going to put this on Yelp.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Let
a
me
bad
Yelp
thing.
this real quick.
It sounds like a bad thing. Like, does anybody like a Yelper?
No.
What the fuck are you yelping about?
That's what I'm saying. I think.
Are you yelping right now when they're on their phone?
I want to pass some legislation about reviews and review culture, and I think there should be a limit on how many reviews you can give in total, or you have to pass you need some sort of verification as to what credentials as to giving a review, because I just don't give a fuck. And I know it's gatekeeping. People will be like, well, that's not cool because then certain people won't be able to review. No, because most of the time, especially nowadays, people try to weaponize reviews so much. And these companies, Yelp, even Google reviews, etc., they are predatory where they will, like, I know from business owners that I know now that own restaurants, they will like reach out to them and be like, hey, like, if you pay X amount, like we'll push. You can remove these ones, or we can push you up in search rankings and this other stuff. And I just think that's whack as fuck.
So they should. I agree that there should be something, but it should be more along the lines of, like, on Google, if somebody gives you. So I had a guy who worked for me for about 3 days when I took over the Falls location here in Milwaukee, and I walked in and I was like, yeah, he's walking business. This guy's got to go. So I let him go like the 3rd day.
Yeah.
And he posted a review last week or the week before and gave us a 1-star review on Google.
Yeah.
Right. And so whatever, is what it is. But if you click on the people, you can see that all their reviews are negative. So I think it'd be cool if Google put, like,
this guy's
tends
a bitch.
to negative reviewer, right? Yeah. Tends to review negatively, tends to review positively.
That's a good system.
Moderate reviewer, right? So you have somebody that, okay, well, this person is actually fair, because if only your reviews you're posting suck, a place that suck, that means you're just an unhappy person, or you've got really bad choices.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of people, they only ever leave reviews when they are mad. Like, I think you're so much more likely to be motivated into action when you're upset versus happy. If me and you go out to a restaurant and we have a fantastic server and all the food and recommendations were amazing and the atmosphere was dope, like,
expectations are hit. We're not gonna be like, oh, we need to leave a review.
Yeah, because
if they go beyond expectations, you leave a review.
Yeah.
But if you fail to meet the expectations of the guests, that's going to be where they're motivated too.
Yeah.
And it's useful to know that.
Yeah.
But the person reviewing can't just have a bad experience every time they go out.
Yeah. Like, some people are just unhappy with their lives.
That. And society, customer service is something that's dying.
That too.
It is. It's a rare talent these days. They have somebody who genuinely cares about customer service.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Let's get to some of these reviews. Let's get to some of these reviews. All right, so we've got Who S says from Tennessee says 1 star on March 2017. They said, gross. I wouldn't eat here again. Wayne's Pizza delivers to Twin Lakes and is a million times better. I'm thinking I'll stick to Wayne's.
God bless them. Wayne's needs money too.
Yeah, they need business.
I mean, if we missed the mark that day, what was her name?
Who S?
Who else gives a shit?
From
I'm
Tennessee.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Martin
I am
P.
sorry if they really did have that bad experience.
Yeah. Martin P. Let's see what Martin P. says. It's a Tuesday evening, September 6th. So not a rush weekend not a rush weekend or anything. Ordered the pizza at 6:15. They said delivery within an hour. It's now 7:40. No sign of the guy. Given the adage that you never complain about food or service before it's delivered to avoid customization, in quotes, by the staff, we'll just continue to wait this evening. But no more orders from Al's. We've had the pizza from Driftwood, and it's excellent. That's a terrible take, man. And didn't use them tonight because we were too lazy to go and pick it up. Won't make that mistake next time. Well, Martin, you also ordered from fucking Antioch, so that's out of our delivery zone. So if we took that delivery,
that was a bonus.
That was a bonus, man.
But still, like I said, God bless Martin, and if you like Shitwood, you like Shitwood. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah. You know, I'm sorry.
I mean,
and the problem is you got 17 pizza places between Big Al's and where he lives, so
yeah,
they probably all suck to him.
Yeah. I mean,
you got a lot of choices, and you wanted the best.
Yeah,
I get it.
All right.
So big shout out to Martin. Sorry for that. When was that? What year?
That was let's see when that was. That was 2016.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, Sarah. She gave us 1 star in 2016 as well. She says, ordered Big Al's, took over 2 hours to get here, and they said within the hour, manager offered a discount, and I asked to refund my card, and I'll pay cash. Besides the terrible customer service, fine. Delivery driver gets here, and they still charge my card full price, and the pizza is overcooked and cold. Overcooked and cold. Interesting. Wonderful. I would never even allow this to leave the building, throwing away and ordering Wayne's. Thank you for ruining my night.
Who,
I think I remember, Sarah.
What year is this?
This is 2016. This is in July. I remember this order.
You delivered this one?
I delivered this order. It was not overcooked. And I remember because she was not far from the restaurant, and we had told her it was going to be well over an hour.
Is this Yelp?
This is Yelp, yeah.
Okay.
And we told her it was going to be well over an hour. And I specifically remember, so she was bitching. It was like an hour and 15. And she was bitching. She's like, I live 4 minutes from the fucking place. Like, why can't? And she's like yelling at Ange. And she's yelling at her. And Ange is like, yo, like, I can get you a discount, like, whatever. But, like, you could just done pickup, and it would have been ready in 40 minutes if you really needed it. And she's like,
we definitely got busy on the
4th of July weekend? I mean, it's July 1st when she left that.
It's still no excuse.
No, sure.
If we didn't tell them,
But then also...
That also shows, when you have negative reviews, you're doing volume.
Yeah, right? Of course, yeah, because some people you're going to have some. But the other thing, too, is this specific order that I remember was that refunding somebody's card, it's not going to show up right away. Like they'll show like there's a refund, but it's not going to, like that...
Back then, no.
The funds would not show up back then.
Mm-hmm. Well, even now, it's 3 to 5 days.
Yeah. So especially when we're working with the fucking system, the POS system you had was.
So this is a fun trip down memory lane, but.
Well, we can get you some good ones too.
I know what we did that was good. I'm just.
Okay, well I want a couple more. Let's see if there's a.
I
fun
take
one.
Customer service like serious, so I feel bad for these people. I want their information, and I want to call each one of them. So if any of you happen to trip over this podcast,
oh my
please
God,
reach out directly.
Oh, we got to dunk on them
in the messages, and I'm gonna hook you up.
Has to be. Joey says has to be Tim's fault. Yeah. Well, one of my favorite.
He didn't really deliver that much, did he?
Not that much, no. One of my favorite ones. I can't find it. Let's see if there's one about some kid with being big chested or something. Because I remember you had to talk to them about this. They tried to tell you that I was intimidating.
That looked like a good picture down there.
What do we got?
I missed that baby right there.
Yeah, that's some good pizza, man. I need good pizza in my life. The thin crust is the best. They claim sausage is premium product, and I couldn't agree more. You can tell when the regular cooks aren't preparing the pizzas, though. You want Al or Mike to be there. This is my least favorite fucking thing, dude. Because people would call me. It'd be 4 o'clock. We just opened. People would call me, and they'd go, is Mike in tonight? I'd be like, no, Mike's not here tonight. And they'd be like, all right, and then hang up. And I'd be like... And eventually, sometimes I would just lie. I would just tell him, yeah, because it's the same
pizza.
thing. We're following the recipe that Mike gave us.
Right.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. What is a tip for delivery drivers? You got any tips for delivery drivers or pizza makers? If somebody just started delivering pizzas, what's a tip you would give them? to be a better pizza delivery driver?
It's different. We didn't have GPS or
That is insane.
on
Yeah,
the mailboxes. So I mean, it's easy as hell. I just be nice, be courteous, keep the pizza warm.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't flip it. Don't slide it. How about sliding?
Be cautious of children crossing the street. Just be
Yeah.
It's a different game. I mean, delivering pizzas now with literally you could just be like, all right, Siri, take me to blah blah blah, and you're there. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
it's
that
a
is
different
nice.
game.
I remember I was telling somebody this on the podcast. I remember
guys that have places by me that live. That's what they do for like the next door pub in Lake Geneva.
Yeah.
That's their job.
They just deliver pizzas.
And they're making
they
70 grand a year, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's so streamlined now.
Now it's way easier. Yeah, but
I
remember
a server in a restaurant, except you're, in your car.
Yeah.
You know where
you
table 14 is. Right?
Yeah. It is nice. They
don't
didn't
eat the
have
customer's pizza. I did have that happen once.
Somebody ate a customer's pizza?
They called and said that there was 2 pieces missing from their pizza when they got it. Thin crust. So it was never. I don't want to say his name. But he's a good guy, and he's still alive. So
okay, all right.
But he did get hungry from time to time.
So you think he might have snagged?
I think
it's possible.
I think his blood sugar might have been running low, and it was he had to make a call.
Yeah. What's the dumbest thing that maybe somebody called in that like maybe a staff member did, or the silliest like fuck up or something that you saw somebody do?
I've been in charge of so many people since those days.
Or any, I guess it could be any of the restaurants you've been in charge in. Something that sticks out where you're like, this, you can't make this up.
I don't know if I can share those. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right, that's okay. That's all right. I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah, well,
I've seen people just straight up. I saw, I forget. Oh no, I do know who it was. I won't say. Somebody just straight up, like they got the pizza. They had just put it in the bag, like the warmer bag. Took one step out the door, and like. I don't know if they lost their just flipped the whole bag over completely upside down, and then like looked back at all of us like if we saw it, and they were like should I take it? And I'm like no, you just flipped it full fucking vertical. It's on the top of that box now. Just because you flipped it back, it's when they open that, it's cooked.
Yeah, I made some great friendships from that business too, though. So yeah.
There's
Jason was a great guy. Like the old guys from the VFW, that was an amazing time to hear like their stories and just
Yeah, it's a lot of good people.
Yeah, it was great.
And a lot of good reviews. We only showed some of the bad ones.
So. Oh yeah, no, I said Yelp is what you get. You look up any business on Yelp and
Well, you guys won Best Pizza in Twin Lakes like fucking
we
a
won it
million
every
years
year
ago.
until Driftwood. I'm sorry for saying what I said earlier. But they had to make it fair.
So they had to let someone else win.
I'm breaking, if anybody, what do they call those conspiracy theorists? It wasn't a conspiracy theory. It was straight facts.
They were like, hey.
They said, you can't win
6 years in a row.
You can't win this year. And so I was like, well, then what's the point of competition? And then we went to.
Then why am I donating?
Then why am I donating 50 pizzas to you?
Yeah.
Right?
Get the fuck out of here.
So then next year you get 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair, man. Small town
the politics.
Yeah, I'm sure you know what that's like. You were a firefighter too.
Firefighter EMT.
You were a firefighter and an EMT.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want people to know about being an EMT or firefighter that maybe you think people don't know?
Nothing is as bad as it seems outside of. That's why I think I'm so level-headed and able to handle multi-million-dollar companies working for them, because we're not saving lives. It's a line I use. Like if you work in a restaurant, it's a firestorm, right? It's like, guys, you ever had that pager go off at 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and all you get on the pager is semi versus minivan. That's all you get. 1050, Highway 50, and W. Yeah. That's all you get. And you drive the station, you hop in that rig, and you're going. And then you just imagine what these people see when you walk up to that vehicle.
Yeah.
Right? So be a little extra understanding if they seem gruff, right? A lot of firefighters or the older ones. And then just be so thankful for what they do. It's anytime that in any of the positions I've held, especially over the last decade, discount a firefighter or an Army veteran or a Marine veteran, that firefighter has seen some shit, right? Some shit that, the veterans see too, but they're on the same level as far as the compassion that needs to be felt from the stuff that we see.
Yeah.
And how important is just one more thing? How important is that EMT? You know, we got the doctors, and they should get the credit that they get, but doctor doesn't do you any damn good if the EMT doesn't get you there alive.
Yeah.
So just remember that when you see that ambulance, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Or just wave and smile at them, right? Too, when they're just not lights and sirens. So
yeah,
I'm very passionate about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you even bring it up. You were alluding to one of my favorite pieces of advice that I have stolen from you and that I give to people. I said this literally this past weekend to somebody who was serving. It's just pizza.
Right.
I say that all the time because you would always say, it's just pizza. We're not saving lives here, guys.
Right. I just came from
because my buddies, Ange and Alex,
someone on a helicopter trying to save their life.
Yeah.
And somebody's bitching about their pie cut.
We'd be in there. We'd be in the pizza place. It'd be a busy Friday, Saturday night. And, you know, we had some lovebirds that worked together, and they'd be fucking screaming at each other and freaking out. And, you remind them, hey, dude, it's just pizza.
Right.
Like, if Sarah leaves this Yelp here to nobody, we're all still alive. Sarah's still alive. We're all okay.
These are good first world problems.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not as serious as, you know, having to use the jaws of life to get somebody out of a car, you know. So it's perspective. That's all it is. I think that's probably why it helps you be successful in the other things that you do now. We got some stuff here in the comments. Do you remember when this is Mom putting this in the chat? She says, do you remember when my friend had their beef order start on fire? It was Logan's birthday. The individuals working left the bag too close to the warmer light, and it started on fire.
I've seen that a few times through my career, but yeah, I remember that.
That's
the
hilarious.
The smell is unforgettable, burning styrofoam.
And that's poisonous.
Turning the sandwich into leather and.
Yeah. What? All right, we're gonna pivot here a little bit. I want to talk some sillier shit. I guess before we do, maybe what's some of the best advice you've ever gotten? Because that's one of my favorite. The it's just pizza thing is one of my favorite things that I've stolen from you. Mm-hmm. What's something that you've taken from somebody else that you're like, ooh, this is really good. If I could share it, I would.
That we all have the same. All have the same amount of value. Like the most valuable thing in the world, we all equally have it. We are all born with it equally. And when you figure shit out, use it, because that's time. It's the most valuable thing. I don't care if you're Bill Gates, his time is, you know, he can't buy any from you. He can't take that from you, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he could take it from you, but he can't go buy some more time for himself. That would be one. Another one would be, I mean, really just from a moral perspective with business, just people before profits.
Yeah.
People before profits. Because if you can be smart enough to go into the world and be like, you put people first, honestly, and your motivation comes from there, the money follows.
Yeah.
Service, right? Customer service, it follows. Yeah. You treat people good, the money will follow. You treat people like just a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's something I have said a bunch too, especially as we're kind of like, right now, the world, there's a lot of, especially here in the States, a lot of criticism of our late stage capitalism and how it looks for us right now. It's pretty bad with a lot of companies putting profits over people. And it's always confused me because I do feel like it is somewhat like short-sighted, especially when if I meet business owners or I meet people that are like, I have to squeeze every penny out of everything. And it's like, if you do that, you're like, or let's just play the flip side. Like if you didn't do that, if you just like made the experience better for these people, if you put your employees in a position to be successful and be good people, I think we've talked about this before, you pay these people well, they're going to be more reliable now, and then your business does better, and then people can expect us, especially in a restaurant setting, right? They know, in Big Al's case, it was they wanted to know that Mike was there, but let's say it was somebody else, they would know that Trevor is there all day. Like he's there every day of the week, you know. Trevor is always going to be there, and he's always doing a good job because Trevor's paid well, he's taken care of, and he can afford to pay his bills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And therefore, I do think that money then comes back around to you. Instead of how do I pay? All right, I don't want to pay Trevor what he's owed, so I'm going to pay someone a little bit cheaper so I can save $2 extra for every hour because Trevor's been here for 3 years now and he's getting too expensive. You know, and I think doing that, like people, it's this short-sighted, like, oh, I get this gain of X amount of dollars over the year, or oh, let's raise the price of everything by this many dollars right now because et cetera, et cetera. I do think you lose out in the long run. To some extent, and I don't see the numbers. But
being with biggest like annual revenue company I've worked for, which, you know, been around for a long time, and that's why I joined them. The bigger companies do have that philosophy. They do. What gets lost is that sometimes they forget about the goal, and there's just too many people making decisions who are not in contact with the field. So they're not in contact with you and I, like the purchaser. Steve Jobs was really good at that. You start from the customer experience and work backwards. You don't work from the technology towards the customer experience, because that's the people that are making the software and shit like that. They're not normal, right? You know what I mean? They get it. It's the people who don't, like you and I, who just want the phone. I want the phone to work. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to listen to music. I want to do that. Yeah. I don't care how you do it. Just do it and make the experience pleasant. So I don't think we're in late stage capitalism, though. I think
we're getting there, man. I think it's looking pretty bad.
But the thing we got to remember is that we are in control. We just forget that we are. There's way more of us than them. And if we just all said and unified and said, yeah, fuck you and what you're doing, we would change things.
I mean, we are doing that a little bit in some cases, very small instances. I have heard that a bunch of Starbucks are going out of business, and because people have been boycotting them for the last couple of years.
Try to unionize.
Yeah, because the union, they've been squashing the union stuff there, and then also Starbucks is like a huge, they donate a shit ton of money to Israel, I guess, and Israel's been kind of committing a genocide. So lots of people were like, hey, I'm not drinking Starbucks, and I do think it's starting to hurt them.
And that's
how you
the beauty of a capitalist system, like one of the beautiful parts of it, if you take away, because just like when they took smoking out of restaurants, we would never want to go to, we went to Manny's, and Manny's used to be able to smoke in there. Yeah. And your mom and I are sitting there, and some lady's just burning them. And I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. We're not doing this to our kids. We chose never to go in there. Yeah. Because that's capital. You want to have smoking, you can have it, but you're not getting my business. You want to donate money to Israel, or you want to donate money to Pakistan? I don't believe in what you're doing. I'm not going to give you my money, and that's how you change. That's how you change things. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, there's some pros to it for sure. You're a tatted up guy. You got a lot of tats.
More than some, less than others.
How many tattoos do you think you have? Do you know?
I don't. Should we count them?
We can count. Well, people are always. There's a thing. Have you seen online? People do like tattoo tours where they'll like go through all their tattoos and be like, "Oh, this is what it's for. It's for." Do you have a favorite tattoo that you have? Because you're somebody that you do like the.
All mine's
You have like you'll get one for something, usually, right?
Yeah.
Like you have like some sort of.
It's not. You don't go. I don't go ever go on a wall. If you get a tattoo, don't go pick something off the wall that 500 other people have.
People do that, man. I know. Some people do that. It's fun.
Creativity. Take the time if you're going to mark your body for life. Take the time, put the thought into it, and do it. So each one of them has strong significance throughout. So I have your name on me.
Okay.
So I mean, if I said Ariana's was the favorite, that probably would be right, because Logan got the biggest one of the three of you, though. He's here, right? And you guys got this, but you got the whole shoulder with the cross. So.
Sure. Do you have any rules for tattoos? If somebody's like, "Oh, I'm thinking about getting my first tattoo," what would you say? Just take your time. Take your time and get some custom.
What are you going to get? What's your tattoo about? What is it for? Is it to look cool? Because I'm in great shape for my age, but I mean, when I'm 70, is my chest going to look great with those tattoos on there? I don't care if it does. Yeah. So as long as you're cool with that, just make sure it really means something to you. And I heard they hurt too.
They do. Yeah, it looks like they do. I don't have any.
Some spots hurt more than others, but
what's the most painful?
Most painful spot
that you've gotten?
Surprisingly, probably right here, like on the collarbone, right across there.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I've heard the elbow is bad too. Do you have any on the elbow?
No, because they fade too fast. Yeah, most people do like the spider web or something around it to
so it doesn't. Yeah.
Just make sure it means something to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What was it's a little out of pocket, but what was jail like?
Which time?
either time. Because that's something I have no idea about, and
it does give you a perspective on the world. So
the first time you were in jail,
that was from my foster care years, and I had to take care of a few things I got in trouble for. Possession. This is hilarious. I had to go do time because I had a marijuana possession charge in Illinois Now I can go drive to Illinois
Yeah,
and
yeah.
buy weed right next to the police station. So tell me tell me that
that's
maybe
some
I should get
bullshit.
some compensation, or those poor people that passed away in jail for a
Prison,
quarter
yeah.
ounce of weed.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the first time I really just wanted to, because you had been born, I just wanted to come home and start my family.
Yeah.
Um,
So how does that? Because it's not
Go
to
ahead.
cut you off. So I'm born. You're 22, and you're there for that.
hmm Yeah, I was there. So
And then
I knew
you
I had to go do my time. I knew I had
You turned yourself
6
in.
months. That was the plan. We had called my probation officer. New Year's Day, I was going to go in, and I would waiting for you to be born, and then we're spending the holiday together. And the date was, in January. And I had talked to my probation officer on the phone somewhere after you were born, a few weeks, maybe
Yeah.
December. And she said, she's like, okay, that's fine. So I go get in the shower, whatever, that's cool. And 7 squads show up at my mom's house.
Jesus.
I'm in the shower, you're in the bedroom in the bassinet sleeping, and my little brother's there. And the cops just, said, hey, is Michael here? And my brother's like, yeah, he's right here.
Yeah. Oh man.
Which was a blessing, because
Yeah.
then we got the ball rolling faster.
Yeah.
So that was, just, I had already been in the foster care system. So to me, it was just like, okay, I'm hanging out with my brothers again. And
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of push-ups. Your mom will come visit me. I was kind of a spoiled sentence, because I got to get out and go rake rocks and stuff like that in ditches. And then your mom will come, hopefully, we can't get in trouble anymore, but she'd come see me.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I got to see her,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And she did bring me a pizza one time, and
That
I was
had to
very
be good.
excited. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she flipped it and dropped it on the ground right in front of
Oh
me.
no.
But I still ate it. It was
That's. I mean,
good.
you got at that point. It's got to beat whatever they were serving in there.
yeah. So that was
Wow.
I
What did you think about when you were there? I mean, like, because that's got to be crazy. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, again, you said maybe you had like somewhat of a privileged sentence. You were just kind of locked in, focused on getting yourself right, whatever. But like, it does have to be or
But-
weigh on your mind a little bit. Like you just had a kid.
but all the people that are in jail are the same as the people that are in the foster care system.
Yeah.
I mean, we all were misfits, or we all, for the most part, grew up in tough environments, and so it was like, it's no different from me chilling in some bedroom in Pleasant Prairie or sitting in a jail cell right now with you.
But were you stressed out at all that like, you just had this kid and you're like, shit, I'm not, like I can't be there right now.
Your grandparents, your Bobcha, your Jaju, and even like my biological mother and my stepfather, we had a great support system. We had a plan. So no, I was kind of relieved, and I was like, let's just get
Get
through
it
it.
done,
And it was
yeah.
Um,
Well, that's good.
yeah. I just like anything else. You get, how are you gonna, what's one of my favorite movies?
Rocky?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that if I had to pick a father figure in my life, it was Rocky. Like
Yeah.
that was my father figure, because
Yeah.
it's like life's gonna beat your ass, but you're gonna get back up.
Yeah.
And now when you get back up, are you gonna be better,
Yeah.
right? Because you're gonna get knocked down again and
Yeah.
again, and just keep going, keep taking it, and go. And hopefully, don't make the mistakes. You don't have to bring the shit on yourself, right?
Mhm.
And learn not
Yeah.
to do that. So
What was the first thing you did when you got out?
I can't share that on the air.
All right. That's all right. That's okay. What about the second time?
Probably the same thing as the first one.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. You brought up mistakes a little bit. Is there a mistake that maybe either you had made or you've seen people make that you would really hope to not see me make as your kid? Like something you'd be like,
Just
I hope that you don't do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. And I think about this all the time, and I've already kind of brought it up. It's don't not believe in you and what you can do. That's don't lose yourself.
Mm.
Don't lose the guy that's on the track. If I'm speaking specifically to you, that the shit's just crushing, you're flowing, you're in that zone, and then just remember who that person is when you're facing a bunch of other challenges in life. Remember that guy always, because
Yeah.
it's hard for us to be like, oh shit, I am that badass motherfucker that did all this stuff,
Yeah.
right? I am that badass that beat FEMA, that did these things, that got through the foster care system, done time. I've gone through building an empire, watching it crushed, going up to building another one. That's right, you came back from all those things.
Mhm.
So I want you to remember that.
Yeah.
Anybody, Remember that, because you're gonna get your ass kicked, and you're gonna get heartbroken, and you're gonna lose money, and you're gonna make money, right?
Yeah.
Just remember, it's like that person that the server that gets all down because they got a table that stiffed them on a tip, and then they forget about the 10 others that tipped them 35%.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good advice. That's really good advice. So we've talked. What have we touched on? What have we not touched on that we need to touch on still?
Your hair, when you're dropping some music.
Yeah,
I can go down to Dad, Rod. It's your birthday.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I'm old.
we got some things to do.
I know. I gotta cut the hair. I'm gonna.
We
cut
don't
the
gotta cut it.
I am
You
gonna
gotta
cut
let
it.
it down.
I'm gonna let I let it down
Oh, you
the other
gotta
day.
cut
I did let it down the other day finally, but I haven't cut it. I want it gone. I want it gone so bad, but
It's hard. I know. I just chopped mine again, but I grew mine 5 times out, long.
Yeah.
When you were born, I had long black hair.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where
Long
does
ass hair.
where you were blonde though growing up?
When I was young, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think mine's gonna slowly turn more brown?
That's about it, probably.
Yeah.
It'll always be light. Mine turns light in the sun.
Yeah.
A little bit of red, a little Irish,
Yeah. Yeah. I just
a lot of Polish.
A lot of Polish. Yeah. I want to cut it. I'm like, my whole plan is, and people close to me know this. I want that album to be done, because then.
Do you have a track for us? A surprise on your
I'm
birthday?
no,
we
I'm
dropping
not doing,
anything
I'm not
hot
doing
today?
that.
Oh.
No, we're not doing that.
I
But
thought that
it's
was-
almost done. It's basically done, and I just want it to be fully done, so that because I know how fake people are, right? And it's like if I were to drop an album today or something on my birthday, when everybody's on the timeline going happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, like I'm top of mind, like that might help, right? But I just know there's a lot of people. I don't. My core audience is not people that I know in real life, and I get that. And I'm fine with that. But I know that it's an extra little bump, and so basically, like, I know when I cut my hair and I post that, everybody, oh my God, you cut your hair, oh my God, like, it's gonna be all this reaction of all these people I know. So I want to maximize that
It's
fakeness.
a business
like,
decision.
yeah. So I'm just like, when I do, it's gonna be a different. I just kind of, pop stars do that all the time, where they like switch their whole look when they have the new album. You know, they do the new hairstyle, they come out with a whole
you're
new
waiting
outfit,
for music to come out until you.
and then I'll cut it. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to drop then cut, or cut then
Well,
drop?
I'm going to have it be done. I'm going to schedule it to come out, and I'm going to cut it that week that it comes out, so that when I post, basically I would like film the podcast, cut it that evening or the day after, and then the next time, because it'll be coming out on Friday or whatever, the album, the next time people will see me publicly is like, oh, his hair is changed.
And when's the album coming out?
Hopefully
Can we get a date?
Hopefully in a couple weeks, man.
We'd love
I
it for
don't know.
Christmas.
Yeah, I don't want to do it in December. Hopefully it can be done by the end of November. That's my.
Everybody drops in Christmas time, man.
No, they don't. It's the worst time to drop. You're competing with a whole other genre of music.
Same.
I don't know. Don't cut it, says Mom. All right. Well, that's too. I've picked out hairstyles already. I know what it's gonna look like. Yeah. So that we have not touched on. What else we got? We did the delivery stories a little bit. We did some fatherhood stuff. What is like what have you learned about, because we said this earlier, you're in your 40s. What have you learned about friendship in 40 years of existence? Because you've had people come and go. You've been a boss a lot of times. I'm sure you've probably made a lot of friendships through being people's boss.
I'm good at not being friends with people that work for me. Not like I care about them personally, and will go to the end of the earth for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had too many friends from that perspective. Jason would be one that I did. I don't know if you remember him or not.
Yeah, he's a delivery driver, Colts fan.
Yep.
Fucking.
You guys know Shane. Friends change as you change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess as your life changes and you have different goals than mine, I'm so focused on my goals that I don't really leave a lot of time or energy to spend on people that aren't 100% part of that plan. You know, so if you find a friend that's like that,
yeah,
you keep them. Yeah, for sure. But if they're taking energy away from you in a negative way, then they got to go.
Yeah,
right?
cut that off.
They got to go. So, yeah. And so I don't like go out and party or stuff like that. You'll find me in the gym or studying or walking the dog, or in the gym or studying,
walking the dog,
or doing a podcast.
doing a podcast every once in a while. That's
commercial.
good. Well, we didn't touch. We talked about the jobs, but I forgot because you brought it up. You were to working at McDonald's.
Yes.
This is a great story. I want people to know this because.
Well, now it's a little hyped, but so when I was in jail, I got to work at McDonald's, and
this is the second time.
Right, and they gave me the job saying that you would be a manager, right? So you'd be making $14.85 an hour, which is chump change, but sitting in jail, it's okay. I'll be a manager at McDonald's. It's great. So I come to the interview in a suit. They let me get a suit in jail and go to the interview, and the lady's like, "We're gonna give you $7.25, and you're gonna make breakfast." And I'm like,
so this is Huber. You're on like Huber.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no. Yeah, Huber. Yeah, you still had to stay at the jail.
Yeah. You sleep at the jail.
Right.
You wake up at the jail, but you go to work during
But
the
you
day.
get to work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Get to. Yeah.
For $7.25. But the Huber charges you $300 a week for rent.
What?
And you have to pay for any meals. So basically,
you're working for free.
Free.
You're
just to get out and
McDonald's.
have a cigarette.
Yeah.
So they get me. I'm there, and I figured out the matrix of how all the sandwiches get ordered and the quantities and what to predict.
Yeah.
And so like I had it exploded. Like it was all the food would be up there for. They're like, what the right? Like it was just insane. Sandwiches are like flying out.
Yeah.
And I'm just crushing it. And they're like, they're trying to talk me into staying after jail. And they're like, how do you do that? And mine's just mathematically like figures out like for every sausage, egg, McMuffin, there's going to be 3 McGriddles, bacon, right? And so I had it figured out.
Yeah.
And I'm just cooking ahead of time. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And, well, you work with younger people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm this almost middle-aged man at the time.
Yeah.
And there's a kid there that's working there, and he's kind of a snotty kind of redneckish kid, right? And he knows I'm in jail.
Yeah.
So all I ask him is, right? He knows
Yeah.
I'm in jail, and I'm big. I mean, I'm pretty jacked now, but I mean, I was way more jacked, right? Tatted up, and so this kid, I just tell him, hey man, could you put the lids on the pancake breakfast when you put them over here, so I don't knock them over.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. And my first thought, I'm just gonna strangle him and teach him something, right? Like, what the did you say? And then I'm like, I'm in jail. I need to get out of jail. And this little fucker, right, says this shit to me.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
So I just kind of paced myself out, went back to doing the sandwiches, and I'm like, okay, they're caught up. I go in to take a piss, and the kid's on the phone with somebody. He's like, I'm about to fuck this guy up that's in jail right now. And he's talking shit in the bathroom about he's gonna fuck me up, and he's this fat kid, little kid,
chubby redneck.
and I mean, every fiber of my soul wants to like just help this kid learn from this experience, because if it would have been a different inmate, besides me, chances are good he wouldn't be here, right? Or we would be really hurt, especially if I caught him in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's no cameras in there.
No, it's over.
Yeah.
So yes, that taught me a lot of grace and patience and mercy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, so jail was good for that.
Okay.
Because with that on the streets, before that experience probably would have ended
badly. Yeah. So then how long were you at McDonald's?
6 months.
Wow. They liked you there, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, they offered me
Actually, they offered you that $14.
They offered me the real manager job.
The real $14 an hour.
I worked my last shift. I didn't say bye to the piece of shit manager lady there.
Yeah.
I literally just walked out and just got in the fucking bus or whatever. It took me there. And
I mean, you were winning Employee of the Month at McDonald's.
Yeah, I did. That's
actually,
right. I won it.
You did actually.
Every month.
every
month. I crushed it.
Maybe that's why the chubby redneck guy wasn't a fan. He thought maybe he got snubbed one of the times.
I think he had. I came up with this for anybody that works in the food industry, and if you're like a line chef or something, and you've been doing it a long time, or just in life in general, I guess. If you can't see as a man, if you can't see your dick in the shower in the morning, right? So imagine you wake up, and you're taking a shower, and every day you look down, all you see is this mass of fat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you don't see the reason that God made you a man. That's gonna bad day. That's not a win to start your day.
That's
right. So I think he's probably suffering from that from a young age, and I hope he found the cure, which is just
Yeah.
make more of the food and stop eating this much.
Oh yeah. That's tough.
Can't see your dick in the shower. There's like an acronym for it. It's a medical thing. You can Google it.
Yeah. I'll ask. We had a urologist on a while back. I'll ask him
Ask
about
him
that.
if that's a trending thing. I bet you it is.
Yeah, that's
Bad way to start your day.
That's terrible. Yeah, that is. I'm sure that would be less enjoyable of an existence. But yeah, shout out to our chubby friends. We love you.
We do.
We do
And we
love
want
you.
the best for you.
Yeah.
But then I heard they did have a cure for it, or not a cure, but like if you have a headache, you take Tylenol or something. They were installing showers with mirrors on the floor,
So people could
so
see
they could see their
penis.
and then that way they were like, oh yeah, I got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's crazy,
I
right?
think if you have to
Instead
pay for that installation, you could have bought a personal trainer maybe instead of putting a mirror on the bottom of the
it's
floor.
easier to
but
throw
hey.
some money at it.
Yeah, that's wow, that's insane. Well, we're about at that time.
Yeah,
Did we?
that's
Is there any lasting things that we should that we either need to talk about or that we need to say to the people before we wrap up and eat some pizza?
No, I'd like to thank Salvatore. He was phenomenal.
No, Salvador.
And
It's a D. He's a Salvador.
Oh, it's
You're
Salvador. I'm Salvatore.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That's what. Yeah, I keep. That's
Thank you.
That's how I remember.
Thank you for having me.
Mhm.
Thank you for everyone who texted in some questions, and
Yeah.
hope we got some smiles. And I hope everyone said happy birthday to my son.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I get to say
appreciate
it live. I love you.
Yeah. I love you too.
Oh,
I
gotcha,
appreciate it.
gotcha.
Let me see. I want to see real quick. Make sure I didn't miss any other questions from this other thing. No, we got them all. We caught up. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm grateful we got to do this. I know we've talked about it for a while.
We'll
so,
do it. It shows 662.
Yeah.
That's double from this one, right?
Yeah. 6 years from now.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we can do that. Well, no, I appreciate you doing it live and people that are going to be watching and viewing days after over on Spotify or here on YouTube. I also want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. They should be up on the screen right now. If you guys are interested in getting behind the scenes access, I have to update this, so don't look at it too deeply because you'll see names that, will be funny to you. Yeah.
She's still doing it, I hope.
No, I don't think she is. But
cool.
shout out to our patrons. They're up on the screen right now. If you want behind the scenes access to extra videos, extra podcasts, as well as a series where I break down, I mix, master, write, record every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita, and you can help support the channel for as little as $1. Also want to say quick shout out to Alpine House 2 for sponsoring another episode of the show, and Impulse Cameras over in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. All of that stuff is linked down below. One last time, I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in live. All my dad's music is linked down below, so check that out, please. And with all that being said, this has been the 331st